What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to check out how to hit excellent throws every single time for this Entei so that you can make sure to, number one, catch a lot of Enteis, number two, you're going to get that shiny, and number three, you're going to have a ton of fun maximizing this 3-hour raid window coming on Sunday. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. It is time to get ready, prepped, be able to catch Entei every single time. So I'm going to give you an inside look at how to hit these excellent throws every single time to get you prepped, ready to know exactly how to hit them, where he is, how to set the circle, and exactly how to throw it every single time. So let me know in the comments below which one of the three is your favorite shiny. Is it Entei, is it Suicune, or is it Raikou? Drop in the comments and let me know. Before we get into the excellent throws, I want to make sure you know the 100% IVs. If you haven't checked out my raid counter guide, make sure to go up here and click that because you want to have your party set up. You want to take this down quick and efficiently, and he's got a dicey moveset with a steel move coming in there that renders some of the Pokemon that you would typically think as the normal Entei counters to be negligent. You cannot use them. So for the 100% IV, we are looking at level 20, 1984. So he is a tad bit higher than Raikou. And for the level 25, which he is going to be boosted only in sunny weather because he is a pure fire type Pokemon, we are looking at 2480. So two pretty relatively easy 100% IVs to remember. All right, so getting right into it, we have the principles of the excellent throw. The reason why we do this is because it maximizes not only giving us an increased chance to catch it with every single throw, it also gives us an increased chance to hit this Pokemon and not waste any balls, because the number one priority is to at least get a hit on this Pokemon and not get your ball batted, swatted, attacked, or jumped over while you are catching him. So the first thing we do, as always, is we want to push down on the ball in the dock, which is going to be called setting the ball. We push down, the circle is going to go from big to small, big to small. I would keep holding it until he does an attack. You want to see where the attack is, how long the animation is, when the circle pops back up, and then kind of judge in your mind when you're going to throw it. You can do this multiple times, but that's why we're here right now, getting you ready. You're seeing his attack, you're kind of getting ready, and I'm going to prep you to know exactly where to throw it and exactly how to hit it every single time. So that is number one. Once you see it, you're going to want to release the ball. You're either going to go for a great throw or a excellent throw or a smaller excellent throw. So each tick down on the circle in the size is going to give you increased chances to help you catch it. The number two is then going to be, how do I throw it? Meaning, do you want to throw it hard? Do you want to throw it soft? Is he far? Is he close? So Entei is about medium, medium close, similar to Raikou. And his attacks are going to be relatively similar as well in the duration of the attack. He does jump a little bit, so you have to note that jumping is not an attack. Only when he lunges at the screen is that considered an attack, where the circle set will work. If you throw it when he jumps, it will resize your circle, because once you're done, you let go of the circle. You do not pick that ball up until he starts attacking at you. Once he starts the attack, right, then you pick the ball up, you spin it, and you have to release it before he's done at the perfect time, and then it will basically hit him on the nose as he's setting back in the attack, and the circle pops back up, boom, it hits him. In the perfect scenario, it is at the perfect timing so that then he does not have the ability to do a second attack right after that, and he will never be able to bat your ball away if you have this timing down perfectly and everything is going in your favor. And the last thing that we have to do is we have to just get that muscle memory down, meaning we have to just do it over and over and over again, and on Sunday you're going to have that chance. You're going to have it locked down, you're going to have that excellent throw or great throw or whatever it is for you locked down, ready to go. So now it is time to go up close, to be able to slow down the attack, to get down to the timing, to see how far he is, to time up the excellent throws, and to see what my excellent throws look like in slow motion and everything like that. So we are going to check that out right now. Here we go.
All right, guys, here we go. Excellent throw tutorial. First thing we have to do, as always, is set these circles. So about right here is the biggest great throw that you could possibly get. This is about where you're going to be if you want to be the safest. If you want to get a little bit dicier, here's about the smallest great throw that you can get before we get to the excellent throws. And then here is about the biggest excellent throw that you can get. So here is where you're going to start for the excellence, and then you can get it a little bit smaller. It can go a tad bit smaller than this, but this is a pretty good small excellent throw. Pretty small. It's going to have the highest chances to be able to help you catch it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to watch him do his jumps, right? So he is a little bit more of a jumpy Pokemon. The jump is not considered attack, and there is the throw right there. So here we're going to go break it down in slow motion before we start highlighting it with these circles. Notice he winds up, he attacks. It's a relatively quick attack. It's definitely quicker than the Mewtwo's attack that we just went. So here we go, we throw it. So normally I do 3 to 4 full circles of my curveball before I release it. On this one, however, I only do 2. Notice how I'll only do 2 when we start breaking it down, right? It's an up, down release. So here we go, we got the up, we got the down, we got the up, we got the down, and then we have the release just like that. So there's the release point, right? So this excellent throw is definitely a quicker release than what we've seen in the past. So we're going to start pausing it so you guys can get a feel for what the Entei is doing in the background. We want to check that out. So here he goes, does his attack. I notice it and pick the ball up. Here is the first top. Notice how my circles are pretty tight. They're not really big. They're not really far. I'm not trying to gain a huge amount of momentum to throw the ball really far like a Kyogre. Here's the bottom. Notice where the Entei is in the attack. He's leaning full forward. This is about the front of the attack. This is about halfway through his attack animation. Then we have it going back up, and he's starting to step back here. So the step back is definitely where we're getting ready to start throwing it. As he starts going back, we want to start getting ourselves ready to release. And here is the bottom. Notice how I release in the bottom, right? I wind up a little bit more, and it goes all the way into the bottom corner, and look at the spin on the ball, right? The ball's moving pretty fast right there. And then boom, here is the release point, and notice the release point is pretty close to the center of the screen compared to other ones. And then look at the Entei in the background. Notice how he's sitting. Notice he's almost all the way back. Look at how his paws are sitting. This is going to be a good depiction of where the release point's going to be. And then look exactly where the circle is appearing. So my ball is just about hitting him in the face as he's sitting back from his attack. This is exactly almost perfect to the T of how you want to hit excellent throws every single time, because he has no chance to be able to hit the ball away, to be able to do a second attack or do anything like that. So this is exactly how you want to do it. So here we go. We're going to go with a full slow motion. We got the up, we got the down, we got the up, we got the down, and then we have the release right into the center of the screen, and then it goes. So the circle pops up right there, and look at that. That's exactly what we want. So fast motion, it is pretty quick. Look at that. Very quick. We got one more fast motion for you guys to check it out. That is going to be the speed you're going to be doing at, and then look at this here right now. So I always like to do this comparison just to show you the right is going to be a little bit better as far as timing goes. Look at the release. They're both pretty close, but look at this one. The left circle is already popped up. The right circle is not popped up. I know it's super close, but it makes a difference if you can time it perfectly.
So that is everything. Broke it down in slow motion for you guys. Make sure to know those 100% IVs, 1984, sunny weather, level 25, 2480. So we have those down. We have the set the circle. We have taking your time unless you're speed rating. Then you're going to want to know what is my threshold for running away from these Pokemon. If you want to know my top tips video, make sure to check it out up here. We are going to go over all the top tips to help you max out on Entei. And a lot of people always come and say, oh, I caught that legendary on a bad throw, or I barely throw good throws and I catch some. But when you do this excellent throw, if you do these consistently over the long span of the amount of Pokemon that you're going to catch with your best friends, you have the increased ball chance, you have the better excellent throws, you have the timing down. I bet that your ratio and percentage of catching of your Pokemon is going to skyrocket. Trust me on this one. You will see a great increase. So right now we're going to check out the graphic to show you what the increased chances of catching a Pokemon with an excellent throw with a curveball is on a legendary.
So if we start at the very top with a normal throw, nothing onto it, it is a 2.17%. So I just wanted to make a quick note here that the Pineapple Berry is the exact same as using no berry, because it does not have an increased catch rate bonus as do other berries. So the raspberry is a 1.5 times multiplier, the golden raspberry is a 2.5 times multiplier, and the silver pineapple, which is a newer berry, is a 1.8 times multiplier. So it is in between, not directly in between, but a little bit increased from a raspberry, definitely decreased from a golden raspberry, but then you also get the double candy. So this is one thing that you may want to take into account. If you really don't like the Pokemon, you may want to go with a regular pineapple berry, but that's literally like using no berry. So if you did a normal with no curve, it's a 2%, but you can get it all the way up to a 6.67%, which is not all that good. However, the silver pineapple berry will bump you up. It is the better option, but note that you will be using a lot of silver pineapple berries on the legendaries. If we then add a berry, a raspberry, and let's say we were to do a great throw with a curveball, we now have 8%. However, if you notice, the top left is going to be the least percentage chance of catching it. All the way to the bottom right is going to be the most chance. So the ultimate thing you can possibly do, that's why I teach you these excellent throws, is golden raspberry, curveball, excellent throw, because it's going to make the biggest difference. It's going to go from a top left 2.17% all the way to the bottom right of a 15.85%, almost 16%, which is absolutely mind-blowing, the difference, because you do this every single time. I'm telling you, you guys think like, oh, I caught it on a bunk throw, like, but all the bunk throws you're not always going to catch it on. That could have just been like a glitch that like, hey, I didn't hit it, but I had a golden raspberry, right? I threw a curveball, so I'm at an 8.9%. That's pretty good compared to doing nothing with no berry at a 2.17%. So just with the golden raspberry and only a curveball, you're getting an 8.9%. But if you increase it and you add that extra 6%, which I would obviously recommend because that's why I make these videos, but if you do a raspberry with a curveball and an excellent throw, you are going to be at a 10%, but look at this, golden raspberry with a great throw. This is why I recommend great throws are better than not hitting any excellent throws, because now you're at a 13% chance. It's only a 2% differential. And even if you just do a nice throw with a curveball and a golden raspberry, you're at 10%, which is higher than using a regular raspberry with an excellent throw. So it is absolutely crucial that golden raspberry and even hitting just a nice throw or a great throw or an excellent throw with that curveball. That's why if you want to check out how to throw a curveball video, you don't know how to do it, it really significantly helps out your chances. If you notice here, it's over a 50% increase when you are using that curveball.
So that is it, everybody. Make sure to share this video for everybody that's getting prepped. Make sure to use those pineapple berries for the Enteis, because the shiny is 100% IV catch. So that is when you want to use those pineapple berries. Everything else, if you really want it, use those golden raspberries. I would say make sure to set your benchmarks like I said before. For me, I already have 298s, so maybe like a 1978 and above is really my benchmark. I really want that 1984 or that 2480 as the 100% IV, so those are the ones that I'm absolutely going to focus on. And of course, I'm going to have fun, you're going to have fun too, so let's get out there and catch those Enteis. And I appreciate all my Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. Everybody that supports my channel, you are amazing. I super appreciate all you guys. I'll see you out on the next video. Peace.
Thank you so much for everybody who supports at Patreon. We super appreciate you guys, really appreciate your support, and I absolutely am so thankful that I am able to continue to create content for you all, and I appreciate you guys making this possible for me. Thank you so much.